This is what morning looks like at Caribe Campo, one of my favorite complexes on the north coast. It's a former all-inclusive resort which has been transformed into condos. 121 units around a couple pools with secure entry with reception there. Smaller kids pool here, and just unbelievable landscaping of lush gardens, 30 years old, well maintained. You can buy a 2-bedroom rooftop condo. That's the rooftop on the top, on the 3rd floor for $160,000 American. $300 a month in condo fees. No significant taxes down here unless you're into the big stuff. But this is Tropimar, so I'm having difficulty broadcasting live to this account. Not sure why Twitter is ended by streaming through OBS feature, but I can still go live on my phone. So I'm just going to pick up some money down at Caribe Express, which is what we use for international money transfers. This is Daniel. Hola amigo, todo bien? Right, he runs the place. Hola. Todo bien?
Yeah.
Super quiet here across the street. We have residential Tropimar up at the top of the hill, which is a dead end. We have Villas Tropimar. And then this, Terraza Tropimar. There's 8,000 square feet just above the reception here on 2 floors. Wide open space, perfect for condos, and that is another entrance to it. Those windows there are all that houses it. You see a camera on the pole here. There's about 60 of them all around the complex. Pretty safe up here though. 2 penthouses here, one there, one here. That one's 169, this one's 160. They also have independent entries off the parking lot here. This is free parking. This is a residential Tropimar. You can buy this one for $160,000. You see many for sale signs on properties here because they don't practice exclusive listings in this country. There's no MLS system. There's no requirement for the standardization or the regulation or the licensing of realtors, so everyone's a realtor. Buyer beware. This is a new moto parking lot. It used to be up front, but they moved it just to clean up, not having all the motos out front. So you can see how typically quiet it is up in Caribe Campo. Caribe Campo is very well known for anyone in Sosua, even outside of Sosua. Caribe Campo is pretty well known. And you tell people you live in Caribe Campo, they're like, oh yeah, very recognizable. Probably about 9 o'clock right now, and it's 80 degrees. And humid, but better than my country anytime. Hi, Peaches. Hi. Hola. This is Garden Kids International School here, and twice a day this is a congested area for parents dropping their kids off and picking them up. So around 8:30, 8:45, it's pretty hectic, and then around 2:15. These things were 12 feet tall not long ago, and they hacked them back to basically nothing. And everything grows here. It's wild. This is residential 7 Winds. We don't get a whole lot of properties coming up in this complex. We do have a few in Caribe Campo. You can still buy a 1-bedroom facing the pool. Your doorway is not a hallway, it's the pool. Well, a view of the pool. $89,000 for a 1-bedroom. $162.50 a month, American funds. The condo fees are basically $250 per square meter per month, and at 65 meters it comes out to roughly $162.50. Hola, todo bien?
Sí, gracias.
Mucho gusto. Hola, hola.
Hola, ¿cómo está?
Todo bien. They put a new facelift on this. For you that watch my YouTube channel, you'll see the old scaffolding. It's kind of like sausage making. The scaffolding is basically tree branches holding up boards cut from trees. It looks dangerous as hell, but everything turns out pretty well. Labor here is about 1/10 the cost, with the strong influence of Haitian labor, which is economical to say the least. We've got a new market here, new over the last year or so. Local musician, friend of mine, contractor. Hola. Oh, this is simulated golf in here. They're not open yet. Power must be out. It goes out quite a lot here. You hear the generator running in the background. This is the old Palms, now called Sosua's Best Condos. Excuse me. Hola, Carolina. Todo bien. Casa mañana. This is legendary George's Oasis Bar. Everyone knows George. I call him my Russian father. He's been here almost 20 years. Born in Russia. Immigrated to Brazil till he was 18. Jumped a ship in New York City. Went to Nam. Came back, moved to Philly, moved to Florida, moved to the DR, and stayed here. Some vacant land on the way down here, lots of it for sale at different prices. This is Trade Winds. Just sold a rooftop 2-bedroom condo, 2-bathroom with ocean views for $175. Condo fees are $300 a month. The Dominican Republic is very friendly to expats. They make it easy to get your residency. There's no taxes after 65 for everyone. They say when you get off the plane that you enjoy the same rights that natural-born Dominicans have, but it doesn't help you in court very often. If you're a gringo going up against a Dominican, you got to have a very strong case to win. That includes traffic incidences, or not so much civil matters, I think just maybe legal stuff. This lot is for rent, and this is the 5. The number 5 goes all down the north coast, and the whole north coast is pretty much small town DR. If you want the big city bling and, you know, the Lamborghinis and the 4-star, 5-star resorts, you got to go to the South Shore for that. Punta Cana, Santo Domingo, even Santiago, which is not on a beach. You see Ricardo They're one of my favorite motocanchos. They built themselves a little living room here to get out of the heat. The elections were about 2 weeks ago, and the sitting president was re-elected for his second term, which was predicted. He's from the North Shore, and much resources and revenue and infrastructure spending will flow now that they're in the second term, as per normal. So I'm just headed down to pick up some money from Caribe Express. Hola, mi hermano.
Hola.
Todo bien?
Yeah.
I don't usually put the locals on unless they say yes. This is not like your country where if you're in a public space, you can assume that you have no privacy and can be recorded. Don't play that game in Dominican Republic. Don't bring your ways down here and think that they're the same, because they're not. You're a guest, they're the host, and I'm so grateful to have them. You see the odd Porsche? So this is the 5, it goes all the way west, is this way. Goes all the way to Puerto Plata. This way to Cabarete, Rio San Juan, Los Terrenos, Samana, where you can watch the whales at a certain time of year. I think it's usually December to February or something like that. Not orcas, but I think it's humpbacks mostly. They come into the Samana Bay for mating every year. Lots of restaurants and bars. This is the edge of downtown. They call it El Beatty, El Bate. I'm still learning how to pronounce most of my stuff down here. This used to be the Super Pola Plaza. They've been purchased by, what, Sierra? Sirena. Okay. You got a 24-hour pharmacy over here. You don't see much of anything in Canada that's 24 hours anymore. A couple banks over here, bank machines, got a Scotia Bank and a TD or something like that. This is where I'm going, Caribe Express. Inside the Super Pola here at the grocery store. There's Claro. That's where I get my cell phone coverage. It's 100 North American long distance minutes and 10 gigs of data for 1,600 pesos, which is basically 35. It's actually 30 American. That's where we pick up the money here, Caribe Express. And just beside it, Carol Pharmacia. It's a hot one today. Even early in the morning, I'm soaked through my shirt, but no complaints. Alright, I don't think they'll let me film while I go into Caribe Express, so maybe I'll just walk you through and show you a little bit of the services here in this little mobile phone store, vitamin shop, Claro, a key. I actually bought my replacement for my iPhone here. This is the Lancer. There's a cable. Altice, another cell phone provider. And this has been completely remodeled since it was still being turned over from the Super Pola into whatever it's called now, Sirena. The prices are all in pesos. Produce and fruit and vegetables, all the produce is mostly fresh. I mean, the garlic's imported and stuff like that, but a nice bakery here. And so that's a little quick tour around Caribe Campo, down the hill to the number 5, and then the grocery store that's here. I'm gonna miss my jingle. Super Pola! I always went out of here singing it. So that's that. Whew, air conditioning feels decent. I don't use mine down here that much at home. Once in a while when it's really hot, I'll turn it on for an hour just to cool down, but my electric bill down here is $20 to $30 a month. I live alone, 65 meter small apartment. Basically I just run my TV, my computer, my fridge, and whatever else. So if you're feeling like you want to get away from North America or wherever you're at, the cost of living here is much better. I mean, you're going to pay premium for some imported things, but for instance, when I get a oil lube filter and complete adjustment on all the rattles on my new bike, it'll cost me about 30 bucks. Nobody even look at my bike back home for less than 150. I had my float stick in my carb. From water in the gas, you gotta be careful of where you buy your fuel from. I was getting mine from Texaco thinking that because it was a brand name I'd be fine, but yeah, the Texaco in Sosua is garbage. But they just opened a new petrol station down on the 5 and it's been great. But my floats got stuck and the bike wouldn't run, and all the fuel was just pissing out on the ground. I pushed it up, thank God I was close to my mechanics. I pushed it up to my mechanics and he fixed it, took it all apart, drained the fuel, put new fuel in. It cost me 40 bucks. 40 bucks. I had a flat the other day, like a slow leak in my rear tire. I pulled in, he found the leak, fixed the leak, and charged me $4 American. Yeah, amazing. So, anyways, you can reach me at 809-330-8926. 809-330-8926. That's cell, text, or my preferred favorite is WhatsApp because it's based, Wi-Fi based and secure. So come on down to the Dominican Republic. It's better here. Broadcasting? Mucho calor. Okay. Peace out, yeah.